Some of y'all don't want happiness. You want approval. And you project that onto everybody else. A woman who chooses to be a homemaker, she's suddenly wasting her potential. A man chooses a peaceful job over a stressful promotion. Suddenly, he lacks ambition. But maybe the problem isn't them. Maybe the problem is that you're mad they're brave enough to choose the box while you're still forcing yourself to play with the toy. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Nasty Soup, where we talk about the stuff people feel but don't always say out loud. Where communication is a choice, grace is a choice, and understanding each other is the only way we get better. Today, we're talking about boxes, toys, expectations, and the quiet pressure we put on each other to live a life that looks right instead of a life that feels right. So let's ride. When I was a young man, I had just moved into my first apartment. The first taste of independence. That kind that feels like freedom and fear mixed together. At the same time, my sister was going through a divorce. She was trying to hold her kids together emotionally. And like a lot of parents in pain, she tried to compensate with the one thing she could control: Christmas. She convinced me to help her make it the best Christmas ever. And listen, I didn't have money, but I had a credit card. And when you're young and you want to be a hero, a little piece of plastic feels like a cape. So I bought gifts I couldn't afford because I thought I was fixing something. Christmas morning, I walk in expecting to see magic. And there's my youngest nephew, 5 years old, playing with the box. Not the toy, not the expensive thing I bought, the box it came in. He's flying it around the room, making sound effects, fully immersed in his own world. And the toy, still wrapped in the plastic on the floor. And that's when it hit me. What did I just do? Why did I spend money I didn't have for this? So I opened the toy, put the batteries in, turn it on. Like I'm trying to redirect his joy. He watches it for a minute, then goes right back to the box. My sister sees my face, that mix of pride and regret, and she steps in. Put the box down and play with the toy, she says. My nephew replies, I don't want to. But she takes the box anyway, forces him to play with the toy. And yeah, months later, he eventually liked it, but never with the same joy he had for that box. As a young man, that moment confused me. But as I grew older, it taught me everything. Kids need to be exposed to new things. Sure, that's how they grow. But adults already know themselves. Adults already know what brings them peace. Adults already know what feels like home. So why do we still force each other to play with the toy? Let's talk about the woman who wants to be a homemaker. She could run a Fortune 500 company. She has the talent, the intelligence, the capability. But she chooses to raise her kids, run the home, cook dinner, Be present. She's happy. She's fulfilled. She's waving her box in the air with joy. But society looks at her like she's stuck in the past, like she's betraying progress, like she's wasting potential. Why? Because she didn't choose the toy we think she should want. Now flip it. A man could climb the ladder but chooses a simple job because it gives him time with his family. He's not chasing status. He's not chasing money. He's chasing peace. But people call him unambitious, a waste of potential, not a catch. Why? Because he didn't choose the toy we think he should want. So here's the question I'm asking today. Can we let people be happy in ways we don't personally aspire to? Can we let someone else love their box without projecting our insecurities onto them? Can we stop forcing people to play with toys we only value because we paid for them? With our trauma, our grind, our sacrifices, our expectations. Some people generally love the box, and the only reason we try to take it away is because their happiness doesn't match our blueprint. But here's the truth. Fulfillment is personal. Happiness is personal. Life is personal. And if someone finds joy in something simple, something quiet, something you don't understand, let them play with the box. The whole story is about autonomy. Not the loud kind, the quiet, grown-up autonomy that says, I know who I am, I know what makes me feel whole, and I don't need your version of more to validate my life. The toy is society's idea of success, the promotion, the title, the money, the ambition, the you could be so much more narrative. The box is personal fulfillment, the life someone actually wants, the rhythm that fits their spirit, the version of happiness that doesn't need applause. We claim to support freedom, but we only celebrate it when people choose the toy we approve of. The woman choosing to be a homemaker in 2026 is treated like she's betraying the movement, even though the whole point of the movement was supposed to be choice. She's not oppressed. She's not blind. She's not wasting her potential. She's choosing her box, and she loves it. But society can't help itself. It whispers, not my daughter. She could be so much more. She's setting women back. Translation: we only respect empowerment when it looks like ambition. Same story, different gender. A man who chooses time over money is treated like he lacks drive. He's not a catch. He's settling. He's wasting potential. But maybe he's the only one who actually figured it out. He traded status for peace. And peace is expensive. I'm not asking whether people can choose the box. I'm asking whether we, as a culture, are emotionally mature enough to let them, to not shame them, to not fix them, to not project our insecurities onto their contentment, to not force them to play with the toy just because we paid for it with our trauma, our grind, our sacrifices, our generational expectations. I'm asking, can we let people be happy in ways we don't personally aspire to? And the uncomfortable truth is, most people can't, because someone else's peace feels like a mirror to our own unrest. We grow up telling kids to explore. Then we become adults who punish each other for choosing differently. We claim to value individuality, but enforce conformity. We confuse "I wouldn't choose that" with "you shouldn't choose that." Some people generally love the box, and the only reason we try to take it away is because we're uncomfortable with their happiness not matching our blueprint. Thank you for joining in on another episode of Nasty Soup. We look forward to looking at your comments. Please press like and subscribe to become a member of Nasty Soup Nation. Again, this video was brought to you by Nasty Soup Apparel. Until next time, this is Nasty Soup for the 80%ers.